Hey there guys, and welcome back to Banished. We're in year 40. We've made it to a milestone of sorts. It's a bit snowy at the moment, which is unusual for the start of the year in this area of the world. And we have plenty of labourers finally. Labourers are no longer an issue. We've come off the back of the death wave, we managed to survive, and our population has massively jumped up as well as a result. Are up to 250 people now. So we're really getting there with the population increase. Food, however, is becoming an issue. As we've increased the population so significantly with this housing estate, we just don't have the food to feed them all. So we're building crop fields over here. I'm building some new pastures down here. If it weren't for the fact that the orchards aren't actually terribly good for a lot of the crops, I'd build more of those. But as I just said, they're not terribly good for most of the crop types, so it's not really worth it. I did work out the most efficient things for food production per labourer are crop fields. I have a 10 by 10 crop field, one labourer works it, it makes, what, 420 last year? 600? But it's 400 to 800 you can anticipate in a year. Or a pasture, which I tend to make double the size, only one labourer works it, and it makes 800 to 1000 food. That one only made 400, but if I take this one tends to make the most. Oh, again, only made 400. I don't think there's a labourer actually walking down here to work it, honestly. That's my main issue, is actually getting the labourers to go and do stuff. But this sheep pasture has an extra 3 sheep in it, they're not dying. But yeah, this one made 1,000 mutton. So the pastures and the crop fields are the most profitable in terms of food per labourer. What do I want in this crop field? We had potato, corn, cabbage. That will be whatever comes after cabbage, beans, that this will be squash. And then we're left with one left, so I guess wheat. Even though I didn't really want to do wheat. I might as well, just to finish off the 8. Eugenial the fisherman has died of old age, and Houston Wall has replaced them. The names, as you get more and more people in the town, the names become weirder and weirder. Oh, the tavern's working. I think the tavern needs more than 50 wheat to do anything. That's why it never seems to be doing anything. It finally seems to be making some ale. Our happiness is at high. We're at 5 stars of happiness. Health, however, only at 4, and that's because we never have any spare medicine at the moment. The herbalists just can't keep up. We are starting to run out of people again as well. Maybe because I maybe need to drop off the number of workers in the mine, in the quarry again. I had the quarry at 20 briefly to try and make up some more stone, but stone's no longer an issue, it's iron again, iron and coal. I slowed down the mines because they were producing too much, but honestly now I kind of need to have more in each. I think 10 in each. Put up to 20, which still doesn't allow me a lot of spare labourers in all honesty. Although I do have 10 builders at the moment. That's mainly because I want them to do stuff. Maybe if we pause some of the work down here. Pause that. Pause the herbalist. Pause the forest lodge. Now they might do the pastures that I'm waiting for. The forest lodge is just because we seem to be quite low on wood and firewood all the time, and I thought maybe having some more wood income would be useful. But it's not urgent. Like, we've not had people freeze yet, so it's not what bothers me the most at the moment. The other thing I can do is suggest to people, when they're not doing anything else, they come and remove some of the trees from up here. I think removing trees from that area would be quite nice. Okay, so One of the pastures is clear, it just needs 60 logs. The other still has some clearing to do. How are you doing? We've made 400 beef already this year. They're slow, but... Well, they're not slow, they make a lot of beef, it's just that I've got them so far out of town now that no one lives near them. It takes forever to walk down there. Which is why I do have, next to these pastures that I'm building, they're currently paused, but I do have 2 houses waiting to go. They won't be covered by a market, unfortunately, but it will mean that people live closer to the pastures. Then elsewhere, well, not a lot else is going on, honestly. Other than we appear to be starting to have a new death wave. Yeah, the adult population is dropping off. It's because I've run out of houses to put people in. So no one new is being born currently. Can I really not get a house there? That's really irritating. So I'm kind of start needing to prioritise these houses. Or put some up here, given this is actually next to a barn. Not a barn, a market. I know words. There we go. I saw a merchant. Cherry seeds and pecan seeds. I don't need seeds. I have all of the seeds that I need. I never need to buy seeds again. More people becoming students. Our student population has really dropped off, hasn't it? Down to 28. 47 kids, but we don't need the 3rd school anymore. We now have 3 schools, each hold 20 students, 60 student capacity. We've only got 30. We've only hit half the capacity we have. It would be quite nice to have more students, but for that I need more houses. Which is kind of why I've just started this construction. But then food. Food is an issue. So how's about we pause the houses temporarily while they continue to work on the pastures that they're neglecting. Come on, build the pastures. You actually have the materials to do it as well. Oh. I accidentally clicked on the adjacent monitor and tapped out of the game. Fun. Yeah, you have the materials to build the pastures, just get on with it. What are you doing? That is more... Oh, you're cutting down some trees. Well, that's all very well and good. But you could alternatively build stuff and leave the trees to the labourers. There's an option. I should have known if I told you to cut down trees, you'd prioritise that over anything else. Because normally you wouldn't. Just cancel that. There we go. Now you might get onto something else. Reserve of iron is low. That's normal. That's quite a regular occurrence. I mean, the reserve of coal is lower, but that will be because we're out of firewood as well. Everyone's trying to get what they can to burn, but we can't burn anything currently. Clothing, I think, should be our major concern. That is just going down and down. Is it an issue if we can't keep up with demand? Do we need a second tailor? Wouldn't be a crazy thought. Where is the tailor? Here. Wouldn't be crazy to think we need a second tailor, so I'll put one in. They're probably now going to prioritise that over the pastures, so we'll pause it quickly to let them do the pastures first. You never know, they might get around to it at some point. It's been like 4 years now, people. Could you come down and build the pastures? Oh, we've got 32 logs in place. Halfway there with the logs. Drop that off. They built something else then. Were they doing the bridge? They were prioritising the bridge. Slightly irritating. But oh well. Maybe they'll now do the pastures. I know it's just mainly because it takes so long for them to carry the wood down there. Oh, look at those nests full of eggs. There you go, pick up all the eggs. Yeah, I know it's just because they have to carry it from so far away. Like, the nearest stockpile is here, but the nearest stockpile with actual wood... Well, I mean, most of the wood gets stockpiled out here. There's 70 elsewhere, in assorted stockpiles in the centre of town. Not that one. There? No, that's firewood. Oh, who knows where the rest of the wood is stockpiled, honestly. Some there. None there. Yeah, most of it's stockpiled up here, which then has to be carried all the way round the lake. Because I haven't got a way through this mountain yet. Although it's tempting to say I've completely wrapped the lake round. We'll have to see. The lack of firewood is really not helping matters. Food is definitely decreasing. That is something I can be certain about. Yes. That's not brilliant. Problem is it takes a couple of years for the pastures to kick in as well, once they are built, because I have to halve the population of one of the other pastures, which means then nothing's being killed in there for a few years, or in the new one for a few years as the population grows. What have we got? Bean, because that was squash, and this one can be wheat. And 2 more farmers. There we go. All 6 fields are all 8 fields are done finally. Come on, 2 logs left. Then you just have to build it. It is early spring though, so I have to stop here. Maybe next time. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe if you enjoyed and want more, and I'll catch you in the next one.